In this video, I'll demonstrate how to create a purchase order inside of AppleCart. After you have logged in, this will be your home screen. It's just your inbox, kind of like email, but you can send private messages to and from other users in AppleCart. To get started with the purchase order, though, you go up to the black ribbon, click on Purchases. Under the Purchase section, Quotations is already highlighted for us. And that's what we want to do. So we hit Create. Notice this says Request for Quotation. In AppleCart, you create a quote first, and then once you approve the work, you confirm it up here to a purchase order. We'll go over a little bit more in detail about that later. This will be your PO number. It will change according to what we type in other fields, and I'll show you that here in a second. Notice that some of the fields are blue and some of them are white. All the blue, purple fields, those are going to be required fields. You have to fill something in. Source document, we don't need as of right now. We can leave that blank. Our destination, that's essentially who we're buying it for inside of West Tower. So if we needed some core jobs, all of their offices are listed here. And the real AppleCart West Tower turf is broken down into each market. The test environment, I just have it set up as a catch-all, but in the real deal, you'll see all of the different turf markets. Select the market that you're purchasing it for. We'll leave this as West Tower turf. The next thing you want to do is create or select your supplier. And so you start typing in the name of the supplier, in this instance, Shore-to-Shore Wireless. You notice I only type Shore. It searches based on every character you type in, so it will filter it down more and more each time you type something in. You select Shore-to-Shore Wireless. The category field should either be one of these three, site act, construction, or just general office. This one we're going to do site acquisition. The next thing you want to do is go to the West Tower tab. That is all custom information. So anytime you see a West Tower tab inside of AppleCart, you want to take a look at that tab because that's going to have all of our custom information for our business. So you type that in, you notice there's one more required field, the West Tower job number. And so you start typing that in, and you select it. It also automatically updates the ship to address. Now you can change this to anything you want. This is just a suggestion of where you want it shipped to if you need that. You notice the purchase order number also got changed. So it's the PO number dash a sequence number. So that's important. You don't have to change it, right? It does it all automatically for you. Again, on this page, you can type in different project managers. You can leave any of them blank, fill in the ones you need. CC email addresses, we'll come back to that in just a second. The next thing you want to do is go to your incoming shipments and invoices. The only field here you're wanting to look at is the payment terms. Make sure that's accurate. This is pulled from the vendor approval tool inside of Westbase. So if it's not accurate, you can change it. But more importantly, you probably need to contact Peter DeSalvo so they can update that and be aware of it. The only suppliers that show up here are approved suppliers inside of the vendor approval tool. So if they're not here, again, you need to talk to Peter DeSalvo, make sure they get approved, and then they'll show up inside of AppleCart by the next day. In order to create purchase order lines, you go back to the purchase order tab and you click Add an Item. At this time, you should have received your POR template through email, and in that, they should have sent you a project one-pager. And it should look like this. Notice there's a field called AppleCart ID. All you have to do to create your line items is copy this, click Add an Item, and paste it into the product field. It should be the only one that shows up. You select it. Everything should get filled out for you. The only thing you need to verify is the unit price. This is how much you are telling the supplier we're going to pay for it. So if you need to adjust that, you can. If not, you can leave it as is. To create a new item, you just click Add an Item. Again, you go back to your project one-pager. You go down to the next one. And you notice on this very next one, it's not in there. So that means that Shore-to-Shore Wireless has not created TS01, has not sent approval for this, and you need to create it. So you would hit create and edit, but that's actually going to be shown in a different video. I just wanted to show you what it looks like if the vendor does not have an approved price for this in the vendor approval tool. So we'll just ignore that. The other thing you can do to find all the products in your by this vendor in your market is to do %, your market. So we're doing NorCal right now. So these are all of the items that Shore-to-Shore makes inside of the NorCal area. If you want to see the complete list, you can click Search More. This will bring up the full list, and there's 55 items that they are approved for inside the vendor approval tool. Again, you can create a new template and a new product, but that is done in another video. So you can select any of these. That shows up here. Now we're going to go back to the West Tower tab. We're almost done, so now you need to think about who you're going to email this PO out to. A lot of people like to CC the project manager and the turf CM, so all you have to do is type in their email addresses separated by a comma, and then come up here and hit save. This will save your work. By hitting save, this will save all of your work. You can come back to this, and as an example, let's say you have to go to a meeting real quick. You log out. When you come back in, this is your home page. You'll go to purchases. Quotes will already be shown up for you. You can look by responsible. I'm administrator, so that's a good way to look for it. The easiest way is to use this reference number, and again, that's the PO number. You can type in the PO number up at the top, and it'll show you the only one or all the results that look like that. You simply click on it to come back in. You can edit at this point in time. You can change quantities, change prices, all that good stuff. But let's say you've done all of your work correctly. This is what you want to send out to the supplier. You'll hit confirm order. Now before you hit confirm order, please understand that you can't edit this once you hit confirm order. You'll have to cancel it, duplicate it, and create a new one, which all that's shown in another video. But you need to make sure your work is accurate before you hit this confirm order. So you'll hit confirm order. Notice that this now says purchase order 41 whatever. Now it's a purchase order. You can go back to the West Tower tab and you can hit email PO. You do not want to do this when you're testing it, so please only do this in a real live environment when you actually want to send it out to the vendor. The way to see who all it's going to be emailed to, you can look at Shore-to-Shore Wireless. Notice that this changed to a link, and it'll be sent to that email address right here. If you need to update that, you simply click edit and enter that in. Up here, to get back to the PO, this is your navigation bar. You simply click the PO number and you get back here. So when you hit email PO, it goes to the email address on here. It goes to you. So whatever you have set up in your profile up here, that will also get CC'd, and all these people will get CC'd. What's going to get emailed is a PDF that looks exactly like this. We'll have our logo, all the line items, item ID, the prices, all that good stuff. Our legalese down at the bottom, the total, all of that good stuff. So that is how you create a purchase order inside of AppleCart. To see this video again and many more, click Training Videos at the navigation pane. And under Purchases, all of these are YouTube videos that you can train yourself on.